One example that I love a lot is the term gesture maxing, which entails a man acting in an entertaining, amusing, or unnatural way to elicit or maintain.
Loser. What's wrong with my phone? It doesn't have your...
Okay, I've done that before.
So yes sir, seriously, was I doing this?
It all started with the realization.
Oh, my bad. So yes sir, seriously, we outside, we're doing this, it's me, motherfucking OT. But look, we're back with another video. This one represents the whole entire aspect of not getting bitches, right? There's definitely different levels of getting bitches and different levels of not getting bitches. Now there's the loser and there's the fucking loser. There's 7 levels apparently. Let's find out which levels you are on. I'm kidding. If you're watching this, you're far from, bro.
You think to yourself, damn, where did it all go wrong? Maybe you spent your youth watching Twitch streamers, YouTubers. Maybe you schizoed out watching outright content. Maybe you became a social justice warrior and said that women are equal to men. Maybe you had low self-esteem. Maybe you thought you were ugly. Whatever the reason, the fact of the matter is you finished high school without getting laid.
Loser.
This made you feel some type of way. This wasn't a eureka type realization, but rather a slow, crippling decay of your psyche that ate away at you, as everyone around you seemed to be talking about their first love, or their summer fling, or the one that got away, and you have nothing to add to the conversation. And that isn't the worst part. The worst part is you don't even know where to start. You feel that you missed out on these developmental milestones, so obviously asking other people for help is out of the question because you don't want them to think you're autistic, even though they probably already think you are. And so you sit there on a Friday night on your PlayStation and scroll through Instagram while you see other people in your high school post vacation pics to either Italy or Japan. One of them is engaged because they're Mormon. This other guy gets a new girl every month? Damn. I want her.
Cordy! What?
If you're lucky, your confusion as to why you get no bitch is answered through a random Reddit post, or the anonymous user starts complaining on r/life or some other generic subreddit about how no girl has ever loved him, people are mean to him, and he feels unseen and lonely. The top comments will always say, that's not true, people love you, I love you, and the original poster comments, thank you, this means so much to me. But out of curiosity, you decide to sort by controversial, and you see the comments that people are downvoting saying, oh, this guy's probably ugly, or oh, he probably doesn't look that good, or oh, he doesn't realize it's over for him yet, which leads you down a rabbit hole of where these terminologies and viewpoints came from until you eventually discover incel forums. These incel forums are revolutionary because of how seemingly accurate it describes the no bitch getting experience down to little details that normal behaved people don't articulate or even think about. One example that I love a lot is the term gesture maxing, which entails a man acting in an entertaining, amusing, or unnatural way to elicit or maintain.
Loser. You don't have to do all this extra stuff, bro. Gesture matching? Are you French? What's wrong with my phone? It doesn't have your... Okay, I've done that before. But like I didn't do it like as an intro. It was like a little conversation. I was like, yo, you good? I cool, bet. And then she's like, I don't remember, but like it was a little smoother than what's wrong with my phone? It doesn't have your number. No, like you could do it, but it has to be a little smoother. She asked me how my phone, like, is my phone a little off? And I was like, yeah, it might be a little off. It could be, it's all in the moment. It's not about what you say. It's not even about how you say it. It's about who you are and who's saying it, who you're saying, not even who you're saying it to, because you could be the smoothest motherfucker, and if the chick is not going, the chick is not going, bro. Like, for real. If you're like, yo, deadass, I don't think my phone's working, could you help me fix it? And she's like, how are you gonna fix it? Maybe your numbers could, you know, do some difference, but I'm not sure yet. Like, I just want to see if it will work. Like, just play it off cool. Play it off as it's like, it's whatever. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Now, this person, if they had to say it and actually take it for face value, they probably say it at the worst time or say it in a corny, weird way and come off all creepy. And what are you doing, bro? Like, chill the fuck out, dude. Oh God, dude.
Female romantic attraction or
Wait. Oh, heavenly blessed beauty, whose inner beauty is simply diving and everlasting. Diving? Is this diving? Diving? Divvying? Simply diving and everlasting. I would love to be your nut. Loser. A wild Tinder match appeared. Do you have an autistic boyfriend? Want one? Loser. Want good sex? No. And you came to the loser. Fucking loser. If you were a fruit, you'd be a fine apple. That one made me mad, bro. That one made my balls itch, for real. Your pants made of America's ice.
to be accepted in a group. Most of the time, this fails. But if they do get accepted into the group, they just or to be accepted.
Most of the time, this fails.
Most of the time.
Yo, what up, slut? You wouldn't say slut. Let's go fuck. It's low-key that simple. Or like, it's not that simple. Like, it's low-key that simple. Finally again.
And this fails.
Like,
but if they do get accepted into the group,
we gotta find out what picket line that guy used. Oh my god. Must have been amazing sense of humor. Oh yeah, sure. I'm excited to fuck you up if you dare get knocked up. Hey, it's so funny.
He just becomes a circus clown everyone picks on whenever they need a quick laugh. When the Jester Master brings this up with the group and says something along the lines of, I don't really feel that you guys like me very much, he gets gaslit by the group into a false sense of security.
I low-key don't believe that you should ever try to make a girl like laugh. I'm far from funny, bro. I'm damn near like boring, but I'm intense. You feel me? If I had to get into my mode, oh crap, my mode, I'd talk very calmly, relaxed, let her know that I'm not a psycho, and show her who I actually am, rather than having to try and press her, trying to fit into that little bubble that she has of her world, or that picture that she had, that picture of the perfect guy she has, and try to be that. I understand that I'm never going to be the perfect guy for anyone. I'm only going to be the perfect me. You feel me? You couldn't be further from the truth if you try to be someone else or be someone that you're not. Rather be who you are, understand yourself, and then let yourself be known. If that person doesn't mess with it, then they don't mess with it. If they do, alright, cool. It's gonna be the same regardless. You're going to be the same person regardless.
When they say, oh my god, no, we care about you, only to be bullied once again because of his behavior. Every failure you experience in your come up and the reasoning for it has been articulated clearly in these forums. But most importantly, the reason this group of people appeals to you is because you feel seen. Even when the whole world gaslights you by telling you to take a shower and get a haircut, you know the truth. The reason you were that awkward weirdo at the party with the red cup in your hand that everybody ignored was because you're chopped. Your genetics are deficient. The wrong sperm won the race. If only you were 6 months with a positive cantal tilt, bitches would magically appear on your dick. But you're not, and there's plenty of people that aren't either, and they're your friends. And that's what makes these incel groups so powerful and so beautiful in a way. If you're lucky and you're not hideously ugly, a girl might find you in your incel stage and take a liking to you because she thinks you're quirky or something. She might give you your first kiss, she might give you a blowjob, she might even take your V card. But because of how scary to the hoes you are at this level, she will leave you. To which you might change and become better, or you might also stay at the incel level and never replicate the results again. But for those that do change, you become a simp. When she leaves you because you can't get your act right, you cling onto her, sometimes forever, because of your previous depravity and the fear of being alone again. And you start thinking you can never pull another girl again. So you send walls of text to her, flowers, maybe even stand outside her window with a speaker above your head, singing, when a good thing goes bad, it's not the end of the world, it's not the end of the world. but she still doesn't like you anymore. You tell all your friends that women are bitches, bro. And at this point, you truly believe that because you think if you correct your previous misogyny somehow, that girl will see the good in you and like you again. She won't. This is also the level that nice guys operate in, even stalkers as well. Guys that think that being nice to the girl, whether their intention is good or bad, will get them nyash. And when the girl calls him about her breakup with her boyfriend, he says, "No! How could you let him manipulate you again?" And then ruins that friendship by asking her out. If you're lucky enough and enough time passes and somehow you find the will to move on from your first breakup, you become what I call a normal person. It's a feeling you get when you wake up and don't feel any weird sensation striking your heart when you think about things. You feel a peace of sorts as you tend to your garden. And to test this, you look at the girl you fumbled's Instagram and you feel nothing. It's liberating. Congratulations, you're a normal person now. By this point, you probably are going to the gym, taking looks maxing advice seriously, maybe socializing a little bit better, not with girls of course, but with other normies that are also scared to talk to girls like you. Though you still find yourself being a little awkward and uncomfortable in social situations.
Loser.
All your normie friends gas you by saying you get bitches because of how good your physique is becoming, and you feel good about it, but your DMs are still dry. At this stage, you're probably not even thinking about girls that much. Maybe you partook in No Nut November to cleanse your mind. You might even think getting a girl now is bad. Instead, you should improve yourself and read Atomic Habits or the Laws of Human Nature. You might start thinking that relationships will come naturally as you live your life. But you feel that you're still missing something. You look at all the self-improvement YouTubers that's in your recommended, and you want to be like them. You want to live their life. You want to be in their yacht. You want to get rich quick. You want all the bitches they got. So you follow their advice. You try your best.
Those are his sisters.
To be a social butterfly like all the self-improvers tell you to do. You show you can talk to anyone. You show you're confident. You don't stutter. You hit the club, get bitches. Maybe these days you're not so religious. You have a hoe phase. And your normie circle eats it up. They gas you up like a big bro. You walk a little taller. You laugh a little louder. And you say your name a little prouder. Maybe you start getting hoes. Maybe your body count reaches satanic levels. You're a certified boy now. You air to see other bitches. You break hearts and backs. You drive a used 2011 BMW with upgraded rims. They call you manipulative, conniving, possessive, but they never call you ugly. You get bitches. Congratulations. You think you know how women work. But you don't understand how women work. Well, not the ones you want. Not the ones that get away. Not the ones that when they leave, you go back to being a hoe to distract yourself, but it's not the same. The good ones go. The good ones go if you wait too long. So you should. The reason you get all these other hoes but not her is because you still don't understand how it all works. You set too many rules for yourself. From the way the world treated you when you were young, to the way the incel and red pill forums wrote your gospel, to the way the alphas you watch on YouTube that only flex the mid-white girls that are hoeing. You only saw what was
mid.
possible. But if you're lucky, you'll realize that maybe it isn't about precisely what you say, what you do, how you act, how much you can bench. If a girl likes you, she likes you. And if she doesn't like you, she doesn't like you. And that all you need to do is to be normal and cool, and you'll have everything you ever wanted. From learning to be yourself without any asterisk or gesture maxing or bench pressing or whatever your Bugatti color is. If you're lucky, you'll pull a nice girl that you like. No gimmicks, no crazy first texts or pickup lines that impress her. You make a girl you like you, just by being normal and cool. You realize by just doing that, everything will work itself out. There's no reason for you to flex your 2011 BMW with upgraded rims. She doesn't care. All she cares about is you, and you let yourself care about her. Because you're just a guy, and she, underneath that beautiful sundress that you swear was made for her and only her, as well as the cute dimple she develops when she smiles, is just a girl. But if you're lucky, she switches up on you for no reason.
No way, bro. He made a whole entire level called Drake. Oh my god, the glaze is crazy.
You did everything you could. You were a good lover. You were nice to her. You never cheated, even though you could have. But sometimes, a bitch is a bitch, and a hoe is a hoe, and they switch up. After all, bitches are people too. And when y'all break up, yeah, you're sad, but you don't crash out like you did with that one bitch you was with in level 3. Nah, instead you think to yourself, damn, and move on to the next shawty. You love that next shawty the best you could as well. And she loves you too, but you can never recapture the highs even though she's bad. And on top of that, her bitch tendencies start to ring out, so y'all break up too. And you do this with the next shawty, and the next shawty, and the next. You do this enough times and eventually you reach levels of clarity that only Drake has reached. Not the Marvin's Room or Hungry Drake that we all miss dearly, but the aging superstar Drake that's fumbled some of the baddest women in the world. What's Bella Hadid when you fumbled Rihanna? What's Rihanna when you fumbled Jennifer Lopez? What's the difference between all of them and the porn star you knocked up to make Adonis? It's all the same for real. Some shawties are just prettier to look at. That's what makes it hurt the most. But at this stage, you're not really that hurt. Because you know,
Yo,
come
what
and
the?
go. While all my tears work, it's been a decade
this
since
is
I
glazing,
cried. I
bro.
got no dog left in the fight. The bar.
Alright, bro. Nobody viddle, whatever.